Hi beautiful, hi handsome, hi mommy, hi daddy, hi baby, everybody. Hi, welcome to my channel. So today's video is talking about somebody who has really inspired me here on YouTube, and how I feel like YouTube is gradually becoming toxic, kind of, and it might not be toxic for you because it depends on who you normally follow and what your YouTube analytics actually pushes out to you based on your search and your interest. But for me, YouTube right now, I don't even come to watch anymore, because when I open my YouTube, I'm always seeing one video or the other that I'm like, chicken. So that's the thing. So let's first start with what actually inspired me to want to start this YouTube channel. I remembered then, anything concerning skincare, I am always very interested. Before I use anything, I must check the ingredients, what the ingredients are about, this and that. And I always notice that each time I come to search about a product here, there is always one YouTube channel that is always pushed. That person's video must be among the recommended, which is Editorial. I think that channel used to be called Editorial 556, if I'm correct. I don't know. That is really wild, but with Editorial 556 or something. I used to even think she lived abroad because of the way she presented her videos when she's mixing her recipes together, talking in the videos and all that, and then she will come and show you how to use whatever it is that she has taught you how to make or something. I was even thinking she's like a Nigerian living out of the country. So I always used to say, I would like to do something like her, because of the fact that I was researching a lot about skincare, I was reading a lot about skincare, I tend to now know more. And I would always be, if you want any recommendation for skincare that time, just ask me anything, I will tell you. If you ask me, God, I always know what to use for a certain thing, and I will always tell you the effect you get from it because of the ingredient there and all of that. It is because of her that I was encouraged to do that. And I always say, I want to do something like this. It wasn't long after that YouTube recommended her second channel to me, where she did vlogs. She does vlogs on those channels. So I was watching when and I was somewhat new kind of to YouTube. I wasn't like very like a frequent viewer on YouTube, but because of that I was glued and I started watching. I didn't even know that people could just showcase their life, what's happening in their life, what's happening in their day and all of that. So it was fascinating to me to come and watch her life, and she was very relatable. YouTube used to be like television, that everything had to be, for me when I first started watching it, like prime and proper. They will give you a script that you're reading, you're speaking correct English. As human beings, we speak blunders sometimes, once in a while, not because you don't know how to speak English, but you can just say something and somebody will just like, it's normal. So it was so refreshing seeing somebody like I could relate to. That was when I started realizing that, she lives in Nigeria, she's in Abuja, watching her when she was working in her hotel, she would do vlogs about that. When she's at home, I think Kemsey was living with her then. When she was at home, she would show her room, so her friends would come around, she would do makeup. So she was very relatable to me, and it encouraged me to know that, that means even you too can start YouTube. Because I had always wanted something where I would sit down and talk to people, like a talk show or a podcast, something like that. I always dreamt of that. When I watch Oprah, there used to be this other woman, oh God, whenever I watch her interviews, I'm like, I want to be doing something like this, so where I can talk to people. So seeing how real she was a huge encouragement to me. I also remembered watching one of her videos. I've watched when she first bought her car. I think she bought a car for her dad too or so. Sometimes she would show some children, like her nephews or her nieces. I also watched when she did a video where she talked about, she was unhappy in that video that, I can't remember if she left a comment in Linda Ikeji's post and people started laughing that she didn't use the right grammar, or was it that she did a video that went viral and Linda Ikeji decided to laugh at somebody which I was very surprised, because the level of successful people that I see on YouTube, on TikTok, they don't speak good English. I'm sorry to say. The level of engagement. There's one girl now, Happiness Abo, on TikTok. You can check her out, Happiness Abo. You can be there laughing at her English. You can be there laughing at her presentation, or maybe laughing at her environment or her house. Do you see the kind of views that girl is pulling? Do you see the kind of engagement and comments that are under her section? You think you are mocking her, you are giving her engagement. Do you know how much that girl cashes out monthly? Do the maths. I mean, don't you know that hate actually brings more blessing than even the so-called that aside? That didn't discourage her. I loved her confidence, because she was like, she's not going to stop, even though she was hot. Like she said she was discouraged to the point that she felt like quitting, that people are mocking her, but she continued. She was resilient, and she continued. I watched till I even came into YouTube myself and started in the same line, started doing product reviews, and then watched her get married, talk about how she met her husband, started, I think, was it that same channel that she abandoned that she came back to and turned it to a family channel? She started another one, I can't remember again. Is it easy for somebody to start a new channel and start growing that channel again? And she's almost at 100,000 subscribers now, mind you. That means she's doing something right? I feel like people should be learning from her. People should use her as like an inspiration or an encouragement here, rather than picking at stupid things that don't even matter in her video, right? With her bad English, but you are taking your time using your data to watch her videos. So she has been an encouragement to me. Watching her get married, watching her have her kids, just see her grow from the person I used to know her, watching her videos then when she was working in that her hotel, living in that her apartment then, bought her car, to the Linda Ikeji Wahala, down to her getting married, and also seeing that she has built something out of YouTube, which is Editorial and Eddie Golden Hotel. Each time I pass by, because we somehow live around the same area, each time I pass by and I see that signboard, like her post on the road close to that Living Faith Church, each time I see, is it Living Faith Church? Yeah, I think it's Living Faith. Each time I see that her signpost, God, I can't tell you the level of happiness that I'm like, this is a YouTuber that was able to make something out of this same YouTube that people just come and condemn or see the mistake that one person is making or the other. Is either you did not rub your foundation well, or you did not comb your hair well, or I don't know if you understand. This person is able to do something like this out of this. And I thought to myself, like, sometimes some negative comments I see here, some things that people would say, and the fact that sometimes I will even mind, like, oh God, let me not post this because I don't know what people will say. I remembered how I contemplated when I wanted to post that. Now my face used to be like, let me say, newborn baby's bum. You know how bum is smooth, eh? That's how my face used to be. No blemish. Whether I use product, I don't use product. But I don't know what happens. Immediately I turned like 30. A lot of things changed, So I don't know. I'm going through it right now, and I had to take a break because of some slight comments I was getting. It took me a lot to finally just open up and say, I beg, waiting, we are human beings, we go through things. This is my current reality. I'm not a YouTuber that will come here and pretend to be what I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, so I came out and I opened up, and this is it. And I can't even believe it, because if I had actually allowed that weigh me down and I'm like, okay, let me just forget about this until I get my skin back together and all of that, that is not me being real. That is me lying, and I come back when I'm fine again and I start. No. And you would not believe the amount of encouragement I got. So I was like, you see, that's how I would have been there doubting myself, because I'm following what certain people said or certain comments that some people said, right? Encouragement, recommendations, a lot of people opening up and say, you are strong, or you are courageous, or this thing, I'm also suffering from this. You are bold, or you are able to come out and do this. From now on, no, I have a level of respect for you, or no, I will keep on following you. I don't, imagine if she had stopped. Imagine if she had stopped when all those comments were coming in, and she's like, I beg, this is just too much for me. These people are insulting me. These people are saying, or if she tells herself that, I cannot speak English. Just like when Moses was sent to Israel. God does not force us if we don't want to do something. Imagine if Moses has insisted and said, God, I cannot do this thing. Look at the signs and wonders that he was able to perform in Egypt. to the point that he was able to see God. You know, so if sometimes when I watch some of these videos and I just laugh, I laugh honestly, because if all you can pick from her is her mistakes, all you can pick from her, you are not seeing the story from where it started and where it's going. You're not seeing that, no, there's a light in this thing, right? I'm a product of Editorial, if I must say so myself. And I would say I'm thanking God for the level of success I've also gotten here, right? So it just baffles me to see the level of hatred that I'm like, it's not the same Editorial that I'm watching that some people are watching. Why do they have the time to be saying all these things and even saying these things? Who doesn't make blunder when speaking English? And even if the person makes blunder, do you know the person's background? I don't know. I don't get it. And it's the same success that has robbed off. Look at her sisters. Look at how successful they are. I don't know if you understand. Look at her mom. These people carry grace. You cannot come and fight a grace that is already there. That's what I don't understand. So I'm like, I am inspired by her to keep pushing and keep growing. And I've learned one thing from her, to just don't let bullshit. In fact, what made me come out to do this video is a video she did yesterday when she was talking about how don't be discouraged, be focused, stay focused and do what you are doing. How when she was doing vlogs, even her sisters who were shy, you know, that just reminded me that it's true, Dinah, it's true. To the extent that, in fact, I felt so bad for her when she was pregnant and it just kept coming and coming. I'm like, hey, this lady is strong. Honestly. This lady is strong. And I've gotten to know a lot of people because of her. I got to know about Etty, is it Etty Frank or something? That's her name. That has Etty Cosmetics through her. I got to know, there's another one that does gist through her. I also got to know about her sister Okeme, the beautiful Auntie Okeme, through her. And what attracted me to Okeme first was her beauty. I'm like, this woman is beautiful. In this family, people are fine. Oh. What now made me fall in love with her completely was, one, I loved her jovial personality. Whenever Edith was doing anything, I loved how joyful she was. You could just see that she was just happy at the progress her sister was making then when I was watching their video. So it just made me like, oh God, just look at this. When she even now mentioned that it was Edith that made her start her YouTube channel, I'm like, oh my God. There are some people that you're in the same family with, they don't want you to do the same thing that they are doing. So that was how I got to know her, where I now fell in love with her completely, because I'm like, oh God, this is a selfless person. But when Edith gave birth and I saw the way she took care of her, if you have not stayed with somebody that has had a major surgery before, you are not going to understand the level of sacrifice and what she did. Because the aftercare for somebody that has gone through a major surgery is very important to the person's recovery. Making things easier for them is very important. So I watched the way she took care of her sister and I loved her. I subscribed to her channels, all her channels at that time. I was watching her videos, even the ones I could relate with, the ones I could not relate with, just because of her bond with Edith and how much I saw she loved her sister. I also remembered watching when she announced that she was getting married. I saw a video where Edith made, and Edith was so happy for her, talking about she's so happy that the sister has finally found happiness, and how she didn't really give much details in that video, but she just said she went through a lot in her previous situationship, and she's thanking God that God has brought a good man for her sister. Everything, I was happy for them. Seeing how Edith was happy during the wedding, how she was insisting that the makeup they did for her sister, she wanted a proper makeup. Like, I could see pure love. I don't know what really happened. I don't really know what the pain really is what the pain point is that it was causing these issues between them, because I feel it is beyond what they are coming here to say on YouTube, and it is only them that will know. And then every other person felt like they could have opinions. It's okay to have your opinions and come, but don't come and say things that you know will worsen the situations for these people. say the truth. Whenever I give comment on their videos, it's when I have been pushed, like, waiting, because I have certain things I might have heard in the video. I'm like, I always keep insisting, like, you people are sisters, this person is your sister. Blood is still blood. And that's one thing I want you people to know. I'm sure they are still going to find a way to settle themselves. Everybody is just angry right now. Everybody's in their feelings. Everybody is very emotional right now. But I'm sure that they will be able to come, their family. You know, so that's why everybody should be careful when people are quarreling, just come and be putting your mouth anyhow. And then a lot of other things started coming out of this small issue. Now there are a lot of YouTubers who are going after each other. And these YouTubers are YouTubers that I love. And I enjoy watching their channel. Anytime there's an upload, oh God, I'm the first to go there and watch and support. But now I'm like, each time I see the videos, I'm like, no, it will always be, it will be quarrel, or one person is saying something about the other person. So I'm just like, ignore. Come to do what I came to do in YouTube and log out. Honestly, YouTube doesn't have to be toxic. Something positivity comes out of YouTube. I'm a product of that, as I'm telling you that Edith inspired me to be here, and I have over 17,000 subscribers now. That's not bad. And I can see her sisters as well doing fine. Even Ukeme herself is doing fine. Why can't we just kumbaya? Let's go back to how it used to be, where I can watch happy and joyful contents, you know. And also, let us learn to take inspiration from people. Let's not dwell so much on the negative side. I know somebody is watching this video already and has picked one point or the other that they want to say negative. They didn't hear the good part of it, though. They didn't hear that things I said, no. That's just it. And I'm still, in fact, I've learned so much from her. How she's able to ignore a lot of BS. How she's able to not even let it shake her at all. It's not even easy to post videos like daily and get people not to be bored but keep watching, and her channel is still growing. I think Edith needs to be studied. Edith needs to be studied. So that's just my opinion, Sha. Let's stop making this space toxic. I miss you guys. I miss your content. Be posting content. Let's watch. I'm not a TV person. I mostly come to YouTube to entertain myself. So make it entertaining. Not always about fight. This person said this person did not say this. Oh, to the point that people even start going after each other's husbands. There's nothing the person never hear. There's nothing we've not heard on this YouTube. Going after each other's husbands. Going after children. Going after whether somebody is poor or rich. Please now, Ejo.